How's it going, everyone? And this is Daniel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock and the overall stock market. We're going to go over and look at exactly why Tesla stock went down aggressively to the downside. We talked about yesterday that Tesla stock was at a critical price point level, and we had some pretty important news that came out that affected the overall stock market and also Tesla stock too. So we're going to be talking about exactly what happened to Tesla stock this week, the overall stock market, and also what to expect moving forward. So we're going to cover all this important information in this video coming up. As you can see right here, we have the S&P 500 ETF SPY sitting at 389.63. We're up 0.044%. But when you look at the price action for the overall market, we opened up and we were down at one point close to 3.1% on the day. And then at around 1:30 p.m., we started to recover slowly. And at one point, we're getting reports that the overall market was down below 20%. So we were officially in a bear market, but we had a rally that put us above the 20%. So we're not technically in a bear market, but we hit the bear market territory today. But when you look at Tesla stock too, the price action unfortunately did not recover, just like what happened to the global stock market. We have Tesla stock that sold off aggressively, and unfortunately it closed at $663.90, down 6.42%. At one point we were actually down above 10%. So at one point we were sitting at down 11.25%. This is mainly driven by the news that we got related to Elon Musk. Later on, we're going to be watching a detailed breakdown of exactly what happened, but there was a sexual misconduct that happened back in 2016, and they reported about it today. So unfortunately, it definitely affected Tesla stock too. And a lot of people, or even Elon Musk, stated that he could potentially be attacked by stating his political opinion on Twitter and etc. But we're going to be talking about that later on. But as you can see over here, we have the overall stock market too. That seemed very normal. But unfortunately, we had a pretty massive swing throughout the day. Tesla being one of those stocks being down aggressive 6.42% to the downside. So when you look at the price action that we've seen this week, it has been pretty rough, especially for those retail companies that announced their earnings. We have Walmart that is down, again today, but recovered a little bit. As you can see, you have this massive gap down that happened. Walmart is just aggressively selling off. We have other retailers that announced their earnings, which is Ross Store that announced earnings today, down 22.47%. So unfortunately, the retail sector is just getting crushed. And of course, we have Target that also went down more than 20%. We're currently sitting at being down close to 25%. So the retail sector has been hit pretty bad, and unfortunately, we can have a continuation move to the downside too, depending upon how the overall stock market behaves. But on yesterday's video, we talked about that S&P 500 SPY was at a very critical price point level. We also talked about how Tesla is also at a very critical price point level. And for the overall market, we went and tested the lows that we were talked about it, which is 380, and then we recovered. But unfortunately for Tesla, we broke down. So we tested the support area of around 650 and we bounced slightly higher, but unfortunately we cannot hold the support that we're watching, which is around $700. So that is a pretty massive sell-off that we saw for Tesla. This is mainly driven by the news of Elon Musk, and we are also be getting more updates about Twitter and etc. So check out yesterday's video. We talked about in detail breakdown of what could potentially happen for Tesla and for Twitter if Elon Musk decides to not go through with the deal. But right now, as I mentioned on that video, everything is moving forward, and they are potentially Elon Musk is potentially going to be acquiring a Twitter. So we'll see how that goes. But Elon Musk has been tweeting a lot too. When you go to Elon Musk's Twitter account, he talks about exactly how his attention is for Tesla, even though he seems like he's distracted by Twitter. As you can see, he said it's less than 5%. I'm actually committed to, of course, Tesla. So a lot of investors have been worried about this. He also made a meme about S&P 500 ESG index, not including Tesla, removing Tesla from this index. Unfortunately, he made this meme about it. We're going to be watching a detailed breakdown video about exactly what this sexual misconduct happened in 2016, how this could potentially affect Tesla's stock moving forward.
SpaceX paid to silence sexual misconduct allegations against Elon Musk. A report from Business Insider says Musk propositioned a flight attendant, exposing himself and offering to buy her a horse. Insider says Musk's company paid her $250,000 as part of a severance agreement. Dan Howley here with the Musk response. And Dan, he appears to be laughing this thing off, branding this scandal hashtag Elongate.
That's right. Yeah. And he's basically saying, that that's the perfect time to use this kind of, I guess, demarcation for his particular scandal at this moment. Obviously, it's a very serious accusation against him. He's the CEO of 3 companies, and he wants to buy out Twitter. And you can see kind of the way this is hurting both Tesla, but helping Twitter. Tesla down, let's see here, 7% at the moment. Twitter up, though, 2.2%. And, obviously the market's been up and down all day, kind of rebounding towards the end. But, if you look at names like Apple, Google, Microsoft, they all are better off. They're not losing as hard as something like a Tesla right now. But his replies to this have been rather interesting. At one point, he called this accuser's friend a liar and said that she should provide information on any kind of scars or tattoos he may have that was never made public so that she can prove that happened. And then he's also kind of playing this off the Twitter acquisition as well, basically saying that this is some kind of grand scheme against his acquisition or proposed acquisition of the company against him because he had said that he wanted to open the platform up to more speech. So he says the attacks, being they, began brewing attacks of all kinds as soon as the Twitter acquisition was announced. In my 30-year career, including the entire Me Too era, there's nothing to report. But as soon as I say I intend to restore free speech to Twitter and vote Republican, suddenly there is. And he made that declaration to vote Republican just kind of shortly before these accusations had come out. Now, the whole idea of him opening up Twitter to more speech, that's been spoken about ad nauseum. Again, that's Twitter using its own speech when it uses content moderation practices. That literally is free speech. So opening it up to more speech, that just is really kind of based on what the executives at the company want to post or don't want to post or don't want people to have posted. Obviously, Twitter is now starting to talk about putting more clampdowns on the spread of disinformation regarding attacks like what we saw in Buffalo or natural disasters, things along those lines, anything that's really, a life or death situation. And that's as this whole Elon Musk thing is going on in the background. So, yeah, at this point, it's all kind of a jumble of what's going on. But Elon Musk continues to tweet through it.
That's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure to drop in the comment section below. What do you think about this whole mess? He predicted that this kind of news can potentially come out a few days ago. Elon was talking about when he announced that he's potentially going to be voting for a different party. So let me know in the comments section below. Is it a personal attack on Elon Musk? I'd love to hear your opinion. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. But I catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.